Luke 10 verses 36 to 37. Which now of these three, thinkest thou, was neighbor unto him that fell among the thieves? And he said, He that shewed mercy on him. Then said Jesus unto him, Go, and do thou likewise. As I said yesterday, it's just someone in life, the way you operate in a certain thing, it could be because of work. If so, it does not mean that he has a specific character, because he's just accepted a compromise, for the money's sake. For example, the company has a policy of not being late. If he is late, he may lose his job. So he went to work on time and was never late. But, in private, the man is not punctual, even with friends, they break up. So, can you describe this guy? Is he a punctual person? No, all you can say is he did one thing on time. You know, a person with a punctual personality, is it going to take into account every chance he gets to be on time? For anything, and very good at timing, make it a point to meet deadlines. This is called character, not because of work or compromise, derived practices. In other words, if you look at San. Apart from that, has he extended that character, become his true character, or is it just one practice? If only practice is not enough. But if he extends it to character, then he didn't waste his life, for he has developed a personality of his own. And God will calculate the standard of this person's character, to determine whether he can enter heaven.
Question. Pastor Wind, in the direction of your answers above, Mother Teresa, for example, is generally accepted. She spent most of her life doing good deeds. Is she worthy of heaven?
In fact, certain things that are done to celebrities, more work to determine. Because when a man is famous, sometimes, to maintain his reputation, and go on to do something. Even if the man himself is an evangelist, but then they also become false evangelists, for being fake. In the case of Billy Graham, to create a crowded scene, trying to trick people into coming to Christ, he became a great evangelist. For a genuinely great evangelist, will focus on whether people believe reasonably, but Graham knew that, in his way, people don't believe well. When we went to a lecture, in addition to teaching us how to prepare for Billy Graham's sermon, he also stated that over 90% of the population, I can't follow up, it's just a decision to come to Christ. On the other hand, if Finney, John Wesley's sermon, and 90% of them are successful in following up. Do you see the difference? Because of the way Billy Graham used it, it can only make many people willing to believe, but 90% of them don't follow up. Nevertheless, he remained the same. Is he a great evangelist? If he really is a man for preaching, that is the great preacher. On the other hand, if he's trying to maintain his reputation, or in pursuit of greater fame, that is not a preacher, it's a faker. Maybe he's an entrepreneur, or whatever it is. In short, he was not a great evangelist. Mother Teresa, for example, she's a representative of Catholicism, but how much good is there? It was put on her when she became famous, or has it become her job? Because she's already famous, it's not like suffering before. Do you understand? If she's made it her duty to do good, couldn't they have made her famous? All the good things are incorporated into her character. For God does not count the magnitude of achievements or the number of good works, it's about receiving each person's character. Look at it another way, if she wasn't Mother Teresa, from beginning to end, also unknown, silently giving, then it's no problem. As the Lord Jesus often said, when you do a good deed, don't let others know. That way, it's easier to calculate. But if you beat the drums when you do good, So, how do you calculate that? Are you trying to make a name for yourself, or something else to do good? So God emphasizes character, not achievement. In the case of Mother Teresa, it's a susceptible subject. In terms of character fulfillment, if she's really going to heaven, only the Lord Jesus knows. But the more famous people are, the lower the chances of going to heaven. On the contrary, people who are famous after death, you have a better chance of going to heaven. Being persecuted and suffering all the time, completely silent, unrewarded. People who don't become famous until after they die, there is no problem. And I could have just said, these people have no problem getting to heaven. But if you're famous before you die, it's a little dangerous. Luke 10 verses 36 to 37. Which now of these three, thinkest thou, was neighbor unto him that fell among the thieves? And he said, He that shewed mercy on him. Then said Jesus unto him, Go, and do thou likewise.
Going back to where it all began. Take note of all the things they said high atop Moria. Murderer, those who say we'll never know just how deep your love for Isaac grew. Were you known for your strength, conquering giants? None of the above. Yet your days were abundant, only a servant till the end, heeding his every command. Isaac, show me, why did you allow your hopes and dreams to vanish in the air, sinking beneath the mire? The apple of your eye, believed with all your might that the Lord would provide, bring to your side.